Hey there guys, Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. Yes, it's time for another lab coat discussion. Because we're going to learn something today. We're going to learn where Pokemon got something right. They get a lot right, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying. This topic in particular, I think, is particularly important to pick out and make sure that people are really understanding the history and how these types of cards came to be. So sit back, relax, click the like button, subscribe, and enjoy this little tidbit of Pokemon history from not really too long ago. So I'm talking about alternate arts in the Pokemon trading card game. A relatively new thing that just recently, back in 2017, I say back like that was forever ago. I guess it was 5, 6. Oh god, it's getting to be a while. Whew. Anyways, way back then, Pokemon started printing alternate art cards. The first ones that we saw were actually in a big box bundle, and it reprinted things like Blacksmith and Hexmaniac and all these really cool like supporters, and I think there's a Pokemon. Yeah, there's Pokemon in there, and you could always tell that they were alternate arts because they had a big black circle with a big yellow A next to the set symbol, and it had the regular set symbol that used to be in the old set. So it was obvious to people that because this was printed later, that it wasn't an automatically new card and kind of renewed that card to be played in standard again. So the A's represented and told people that this is the alternate art. The regular art is still applies, and the rules of rotation apply to this card as well. So that was the first thing that we ever saw of alternate art cards. And then here up recently, we have other products that had alternate art cards in them, like this guy. Came out not too long ago, a year or two ago now. Elite Trainers, or Trainers Toolkits. Very popular product, sold a ton of these guys. They have really awesome alternate arts of Dedenne GX, really cute art of that, and different arts of some other popular item cards that were in standard at the time. Awesome product, beautiful cards, and stuff that people really appreciated and liked. So we saw those, and alternate arts come in those things. Then Pokemon really started ramping it up and started putting these cards in these tag team era sets. Started out with the tag team tins. We saw cards like Pikarom get a beautiful new art, and we saw these guys. One of my favorite cards, Mew Mew, with this probably one of my favorites of all the cards printed here recently, particularly of the alt arts. Of course, they didn't call these alt arts at the time. These are officially Sword and Moon, Sun and Moon promos, so they have a promo number on them. So not alternate arts following the same rules, but very much so alternate arts because they are alternates of existing cards from a set. Then they started coming out with boxes and box sets. We had probably one of the best box sets in recent memory. Just beautiful box, awesome looking box for the Reshiram Charizard in this alternate art. Beautiful card, awesome. Probably one of my favorites as well, just because of just how awesome it looks. And then Pokemon just said, "Oh, screw it," and they started putting them in sets. So all these tag team sets started seeing second full arts is what I think they were never officially called alternate arts for a while. And it wasn't until very, very recently, and before Pokemon actually started calling them alternate art cards. So, here recently, of course, in Battle Styles, we have beautiful alternate arts of the Urshifus. And then they're continuing the tradition on and just taking those all the way through. It looks like to Chilling Reign, beautiful, awesome artwork of all the Galarian birds in that one. So this is obviously going to be a thing now for Pokemon, and it's very smart. It's a very smart thing to do because first of all, they are beautiful cards. They have some of the best art in the entire game ever made, and especially of modern era. There's no cards that are as vibrant, as colorful, as uh, personality-wise of Pokemon, and just very distinctive, unique. You can think of like the Hidden Fates ETB promo of the stained glass of the birds. Beautiful cards. Some of the best. It's my absolute favorite. Personal disclosure, I do have a growing stack of those cards because I think it's just, for how awesome it looks, it's undervalued, and it's going to go up in price. And these cards used to be relatively pretty cheap. This Reshiram and Charizard for a long time was the same price as the full art, and even like this Giratina and Garchomp, this was the cheapest one of that version for a while, just because of how common it was. But now with the big Pokemon boom, everybody's caught on and knows that these alternate arts are some of the best art, some of the best modern art, the full arts and colors and everything that you love about Pokemon cards are all in these cards, and we have seen them explode in price. Even from the set ones to these promos, they're all going crazy in price. And rightfully so. We finally have realized that these cards are beautiful, and just like full art supporters that for a long time could arguably be said that they are undervalued, are finally getting some appreciation and the premium that they actually deserve. And in Battle Styles we see that because the top 3 most expensive cards are 2 alternate arts. So, and I imagine for Chilling Reign it's going to be exactly the same. Those cards are continue to be amazing, and we're really seeing the trend of where alternate arts are the new highest ranking of rarity. And that's kind of like the appeal of it, is that when you think of your main buyers, you have your players and you have your collectors. If you want something that appeals to both of them, obviously alternate arts is kind of the perfect medium between the two, because the players want beautiful cards to bling out their decks, and they have plenty of stuff with the golds, and the rainbows were okay. I still don't like rainbows very much. I think the full arts are still the better version of the cards. Obviously, rainbows are more rare. So if you want the max rarity of your deck, rainbows are where it's at. Until these alt arts. We finally got cool looking art for the most rare item that you can possibly get of a card. So that's good. And collectors, obviously, very hard to chase. Holding value, as we have seen, appreciated and now raising in value. Collectors are going to really love alternate arts, and I can see people having just a binder of all alternate arts just because of how awesome they look. And if you just wanted to have like the max rarity of stuff from just basic sets, alt arts are where it's at. I think Pokemon's really struck a gold mine on these, and I think we're really seeing those two worlds finally able to mesh together in standard sets, because these were cool as promos, but if you put these in regular sets, whew, that's where it starts getting really interesting, and keeps people interested in standard products. You have all these specialty sets, the holiday sets, Hidden Fates, Shining Fates, Champion's Path, all those are awesome. Shinies are probably going to be a thing that they are going to put in standard sets as well. Who knows? I don't know. It would make sense. But alternate arts are a fine alternative to shinies that give people plenty of reason to run out and buy standard product. And, will maintain the standard and then eventually expanded product as it ages. Keep that value and keep people wanting to hunt and chase after this card because they're so awesome looking. It's not anything other than basic appeal of a card that looks awesome and with a lot of personality and unique. That's all there is to alternate arts, and that's all we ever wanted. So that's why alternate arts are awesome, and I hope Pokemon does continue with having them in standard sets and all the sets, and just as we see Magic having collector's boosters and having things like that, where it's almost a separate item, separate entity from a regular draft box. If they would have taken that concept and merged them together like Pokemon is, I think the collector's boosters would have seen far more success, at least earlier, than what they are now. But yeah, that's alternate art, guys. Consider you learned about them. Anyways, that's all I got for this one, guys. Ultimate arts are awesome. That's really all there is to this video. So, appreciate you guys watching. Of course, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.